Fala. Welcome to Paris, first of all. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, I think you know how
बिल्कुल भाई बताइए किसके किसके बीच मैच है
Fanatic and MIBR. You know, having had such a superstar in the family.
जी हाँ वैलोरेंट की क्योंकि मैच अच्छा खेलने के वैसे देखना भी पढ़ाना पड़ेगा देखते हैं चलो
I really like his have a
Skill?
yeah.
पीछे देख लेते हैं ना पीछे राउंड हो
Careful player.
Players to this side of the map.
हाँ
In the
यूरो भी है
opener,
भाई
Fnatic
यूरो
were
भी है
one of the
लेट्स
teams
सी
that struggled. So it's definitely looking like a different beast, a
हाँ यूरो भी है
finalist
तगड़ा प्लेयर
in to the team we got regionally.
यूरो
So
तगड़ा
hopefully
प्लेयर है भाई
we're in for a real treat.
Yeah, Aspis and Verno were definitely the highlights of that matchup as
यूरो का
well.
मैं बताता हूँ
Curious to
यूरो
see how they're going to perform now
क्या है
today.
ग्रुप
On
का
the other
सीन
side,
पूरा
though, for Fnatic, Boaster had an absolute form twice in a row. Looking unlikely, I'd say. Who knows, though?
I've seen this operator come out on this map and be fairly fierce. At least for now, though. Start from the defense was a little bit of early B control. However, MIBR seeming passive. Still an opportunity for an immediate rotate from Artsin. But he's going to try and put some unity for an immediate rotate from Artsin. But he's going to try and put some pressure into hold players to this side of the map.
We talked about that utility over on the desk, and we're saying Fnatic have so much util to go and take those fights. They haven't gotten to take those fights just yet, but what we are seeing, the push up coming through from Chronicle. He's fully cleared bathroom and Exodus of the A site now as Fnatic stack up on B, ready for the hit that MIBR are about to go for.
This is not what MIBR want to be looking for. They saw a player teleport to the other side of the map, maybe assumed that this would be a little bit more open. That's not the case, though. They're walking into a full stack. Not a bad start, though. Cortezia is going to get the opener.
Now they've come in, drawn first blood. Now the pressure mounting for Fnatic. The remaining players on the site, though, still have plenty of backup. It's a messy fight for Kayak. And he goes down with the punish right after Crash. He's managing one, and Alphayer still flying under the radar, but he used his util earlier. They'll know that he's here. Finding the players a different story, but MIBR making a good job of it. But then Chronicles flying comes through. A pain in the side as MIBR find only one left, and Alpha's there to clean it up. Fnatic, they made the read early, the push
वाइपर पीछे से आके गेम कर दी ना
and the stack proved too strong to crumble.
Yeah, honestly, from the position that they walked into, it didn't go too badly for MIBR. I thought they were going to get slaughtered on it.
वाइपर ने दो को मारा है क्या
To a stack of 4 players with one flanking you, but it was that flank that sort of
बड़े आराम से मारते हैं ये ऐसा नहीं कुछ बंदा दिख गया तो बड़ा बढ़िया ना
अरे वो फाइट में जैसे वो इम्पो लेते हैं ए पे आने वाले ये से सब धीरे-धीरे पीछे उनको बस पता लगे कि कहां पे आने वाले हैं.
We are going to have ourselves a little bit of pause to the action.
लो चलो देखो और मुझे लग रहा है हम ब्रेक
Talk about, like we talked about the highs of the last game. You said it, Aspas Verno. I think the Boaster and Chronicle, but it was Kayak. There was a little bit of a surprise for me. A very underwhelming first match within the server. I think if they are going to be a challenge for the whole tournament, a contender, he needs to be on point. Especially when they've been at their best. This guy has been. Well, people have said, oh, well, he replaced Durka, but he's already outdone him. He's already gone past. And, well, we had Durka up here on the cast desk, so I'm not going to say that's true, but at least when it comes to champions thus far.
They might start to get itchy feet on this B stack.
But that's the thing, it was those 4 players set up initially, although the one on the other side is Aspas. So if anything, you kind of feel like it's a balanced setup. But his job is basically to just try and pick some people off and then maybe use those paint shells to deny. It's all a ruse, though. It's a fake back in the other direction. The push-up's already come in. MIBR are in a fantastic spot to try and deny this space being taken. They've had to double back because of how far the Chronicle managed to get into that A site. He made the realization, but now that spike has been dropped on the deck. This is looking fantastic for MIBR. 15 seconds. There needs to be a huge play, and in fact, the plant probably not even going to go down. Artsim from behind has already shut this down. Chronicle 1v5, no chance, a flawless pistol for MIBR.
A lead extends in MIBR's favor. They lost the opening pistol, still ended up going out of that half with a 2-round advantage, but here the proactive early aggression. But it's not even that early. It's not like they started the rounds. Oh, let's push down
like
short.
30 seconds.
Yeah. They're waiting. They're running that clock down and realizing, okay, Fnatic should be going for a hit soon. They should be looking for space. Let's see what we can find. And this is what I'm saying. Like, it's very difficult to play against Fnatic the first time. But if you know how they play, you know that you have to search for those gaps. And MIBR have already cracked the code there in the pistol. See if they can continue to do so. This one should be an easy follow-up. Big investment from the defensive side. They've already lost one player. Only one pistol carried through. Anything else for Fnatic is a bonus. And there's Shenum gone as well.
Yeah, they also have to somewhat wait for that other player to get back in to even retrieve one of those guns. Timing should make it fairly easy.
Phantom's up top.
There's also a Guardian to be found. They're not going to get anything? No, they at least managed to get the one. Did they get the Guardian as well? I think they did. No, they didn't. So that's at least one gun drop. Not the worst, but obviously on the other side of things for MIBR, they're still going to come in with a few to play with. They've had some of those individual moments of brilliance, and they get one in this round. If anything,
Time
they're
to
on the
jump.
path
ये
to
timing थी क्या
taking
कोई?
their
उसने
opponent's
timing पे ही
match
छोड़ा था.
नहीं ऊपर ऐसे. अच्छा.
Oh, Abyss
Time
up
तो round
next.
के बाद चालू होती होगी ना.
See how that plays out. Boaster's having a tough run of it, and he was a big factor in them finding success in their previous series up against RRQ. He still has just that one kill he closed out the last half with.
Yeah, I like what we just saw from MIBR. So that was the haunt over the top into the smoke with the flash behind it. They were hoping to try and put Aspas into a position to find an Opera on those players who are waiting around Fountain, but nobody there. It is Fnatic playing in such that passive style that it starves the opponents of information. We've already seen that MIBR have done quite well in the first couple of rounds to react to that. And with Artsin only having a pistol, he's happy to play up close.
The lack of over-rotations as well. A lot of teams will make that push-up, see nobody, and just go flying towards the A side, assuming that the hit's elsewhere.
बहुत तगड़ा grenade.
But used to the slow approach, ready for it at least. Artsin
सच में?
go through this wall. He's only got the ghost to play with. One of the two weaknesses for MIBR. Uses the decoy to push them back. And it's a lot of stoppage from MIBR, keeping Fnatic down to 20 seconds before they've got boots on the ground. Aspas falls with the wall bang. Verno doing a ton of damage. Oh! He'll take down Kayak, and he leaves Boaster, Alpha, and Crash. He's all very low. The volley just misses. The plant will be secured still. A huge opportunity with Alpha regenning his health and dropping Verno. They could clean up the rest of the kills on the side. In fact, Alpha even gets challenged deep, and it ends up in a 1v1. Cortezia alone. And no idea where Alpha's gotten to, thinking maybe that he's fallen back, but Alpha's close on the site, in that corner, just to his left, crouched down. The read is there!
Oh!
For MIBR! A seeming death sentence for Fnatic. As double digits secured by America's #4.
Yeah, what a round. Cortezia again. Just having these moments of
और
brilliance.
उसने पिस्टल से लेकिन एस्ट्रा ने बहुत डैमेज दिया.
I just want to say to the core,
सच में.
like look how delayed or how
मतलब
much
इतना
they're
close उसी ने ला दिया है.
utility. That haunt came online ages ago. But Verno knows, okay, if they're going to play slow, I'm going to keep this to the end. Still had a Prowler, still had a Molly. Even still had the clone to throw out. They're literally holding everything until the last 35 seconds. And it just allows them to buy so much time. And then you add in that little bit of individual brilliance once again from Cortezia. And that now puts them 5 rounds into the lead.
Trades to start this one, but that's a big weapon for Fnatic. You saw the Guardian in hand for Alphayer, but look at the rest of the pieces. 2 Stingers and 2 Sheriffs, at least sight control for Fnatic, but the spike is miles behind.
Oh.
Caught by the Prowler. Boaster's got to run for the hills, and he's trapped in the corner. Verno won't let him escape.
अबे ये लग जाता है तो कब तक रहता है भाई?
Now. The defensive side can't get there too easily. Crash is embedded in the sights, being spotted.
Not bad, yeah.
Shannon dealing with a major threat in this round, and you look at it, Fnatic, they're going to go back. They have to go back. So much presence. MIBR, the utility and the spams.
ऐसी तैसी कर दी.
It's given the presence away, but I like the fact that my main worry was that Cortezia was a little aggressive on B. Now he's backed off. He's given that space. There seems to be nowhere that Fnatic can go with favor.
He tried to fake the steps. No steps
Not,
were faked. I don't know how Chronicles survived. I don't know how he's alive at this stage of the round, I'll be honest with you, but I don't think there's any chance of him winning it from here. You could see that last back jump from Aspas. 11 to 5.
बहुत आराम से और उसने फेंका.
Fnatic's map choice. A team that I think many coming into this matchup will go,
उसका
okay,
दिखाना चाहिए उसका भी.
they beat BLG.
ये बहुत तगड़ा.
China's #1, but I think a lot of people have sort of slept on that as a result because China as a region has been suffering this event. But they are proving that that was not just a singular performance. And what you mentioned about that second pause and wanting to save it, I'll be honest with you, Mitch, I feel like it's a little late.
11-5? Yeah. I mean, for Fnatic, 11 is the magic number on the other side of the stage.
That's 11-3 though.
ये टीम है Fnatic
Yeah, damn it, actually. Yeah, the code's been cracked.
एक बार वर्ल्ड
Give them a few extra and then what can they do?
सामने टाइम 11 थी और ये
Fine. The next one up is Abyss. As we said, somewhere the Boaster was a major factor in making that strong run for them in the last matchup they had against RRQ. He's having a slow start here on most importantly, find his Fnatic's pick. They came in
मेरे दिमाग में आजकल सुसु पोटी ही घूम रही है गाइस.
MIBR's prep is standing to them a little bit better.
Yeah, but also just look regionally over the last 3 months, Fnatic have been 4-1.
Nah,
Their
nah,
only defeat was to Team Liquid, who were the best team in
सुसु
EMEA,
बहुत
at
आई
least
बार
coming into
ये
this
तो है.
tournament, and it was an OT defeat. This has been one of their best maps, and right now, well, for MIBR, who during the regular season struggled
अरे
massively
गर्मी
with
होगी,
America,
मौसम गर्मी वाला हो गया है.
the second they've made it to Paris.
क्या?
Bear in mind, this is a spot in the playoffs.
It's only
A lot of people
11
didn't even expect
number is
MIBR to
four.
be here, let alone potentially a map away from playoffs.
They came here early to Europe, got a week of boot camp in. I don't know what they did at that boot camp, but it seems to have completely changed the look of this team. On the defense, we were worried.
Yeah.
You know, did they have enough rounds? 7 to 5, even with a
That-
pistol.
सीधा नहीं देखते हो हमेशा open
But arguably, this half has looked stronger for
दीवार
them
से
so
पार
far
करते यार.
than what we saw in the previous. And for Fnatic, they are running out of time. The pause called. This is the moment to put the pieces together. But so far, MIBR are the ones
Machine
with
gun
greater vision.
Now, from watching your gameplay, I've seen an Odin plenty on this map, but I don't know if I've seen much of it over on the B side. Is he going to swing? He's swinging with an Odin. Okay. That's not what I expected, but I guess his teammates managed to get the trade. The Odin has been sacrificed in order to clear Kayak.
I actually do like, well, I don't like him shift peeking it like that, but you're assuming that no one's pushed up because so far Fnatic have been extremely slow in taking B long control, and when they have, there's utility to follow it. So the assumption here is that that orb's going to go up and they'll start walking and you can spam through it.
There's still the nades, there's still both flashes, there's still a molly, like none of the utility has been baited out just yet from the side of Fnatic. They are running into the blender. Cortazir up close, has already managed to drop Chronicle. They have 10 seconds, they have to go through a molly. They're not baiting out any of the utility, 6 seconds. And if someone swings this, it's all but over. The round is gone, Fnatic are just capitulating. They are making this far too easy for MIBR. As they have every single piece they can desire, all the way to the last 15 seconds.
Just a top-down approach from MIBR, losing the opening pick, trade quick at least. Still makes it difficult for the defense often if you don't have the numbers, but that utility buff making one hell of a difference.
ये wall थी ना इनके लिए बहुत बड़ा hurdle था. Wall जो थी बहुत बड़ा hurdle.
An easy swing closes it. 1 round needed, 7 chances to close out Fnatic's map pick. For MIBR, you can write off that first match. You probably can't, but a lot of people will anyways. But they do it twice, and there's no talk of a fluke anymore. This team has leveled up in the downtime. Their reward now seemingly seconds away. Showstopper on the Boaster from bad to worse for Fnatic's IGL. And a 5 versus 4 the Fnatic are facing into.
हार गए. अब तो कोई नहीं बता सकता.
MIBR हैं, बहुत तगड़ा खेल रहा है.
Means we probably won't see the move for
ये फाइनल से
50 seconds. Smoke down to delay.
ना अल्टी है उनके पास भी भाई.
ये भी
still
तो है.
available, C still available, Snake Bite still available, Orbital Strike, Molotov. Like there's so much to slow Fnatic down. Orbital Strike even just going to be sent out a little early. They know what they've got available, and 3 players on this site. Nightfall used to clear. Molotov to make things awkward, but still they survive at the back of the site, and the smoke is going to slow them once again.
Artson's behind them. This TP taken, it's going to at least send most of the squad out of the way.
Are
but Chronicles caught on the rotate, another man down. Aspas, such an unusual position. Fnatic will at least get a plant down because of that pick. A chance for them as Alfier's caught up close. They're being so patient in clearing these angles. That spam looking deadly. Cortesia again delivering when he's needed. Alpha popped the ultimate, but I mean, he needs time here. It's not ticking quite quick enough, and two players to find. Looking the wrong way. Artson to seal the deal. MIBR 13-5. It's decimation on map number 1. A big bounce back needed from Fnatic in the next. They say you find strength in your scars often. Well, Fnatic have got quite a few here.
Yeah, it has been an impressive display by
Hello, guys.
MIBR, but nonetheless, there's still a chance for a comeback. We'll find out after the break.
Come on! Oh, look at me, Alpha! You like to say that? Okay?
Let's go.
Now that I'm a mom, things are different. Verizon's different too. They let everyone in my family choose different plans. We get what we want and we save money. Love that for me.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Esports World Cup.
ऊपर कैमरा बस हो गया। भाई चलो एक और मैच का ध्यान देते हैं। बहुत दिया ना, वही सही हो गया। ठीक है ना?
The chrono just barely able to hit on the
Only
does he have the
peaceful
damage that he needs? It's not quite looking
good.
like it. The safe center is there. Ame hits him one time. Pure, you gotta run. Jumping back and forth. And some sense out. But TQ is right there next Nova. He takes away all the armor. He's gone. Empty. They are top 3.
We need to have a good lane. All right. We try and piece together a team fight to sort of slow down what because in Snap plus Bane combo that you mentioned, this is one of the higher win rates that you can run together. Bane loves to run in setup, Snap loves to have a hero that's spread out across the map.
Yeah, I mean, at least the Oracle can kind of deal with both of them, the save with the ulti.
विपुल ने कहा स्नाइपर की टीम जीतेगी गाइड, और मैं कह रहा हूँ एल्केमिस्ट की, क्योंकि एल्केमिस्ट जितने जल्दी फार्म ला देगा स्नाइपर ला ही नहीं पाएगा। अगर एल्केमिस्ट पे गैंग हो गया,
स्नाइपर का फार्म आ गया ना,
तब एल्केमिस्ट कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा। देखते हैं लास्ट स्टॉर्म स्प्रेड, स्पेशली स्नाइपर के लिए उठाया स्टॉर्म स्प्रेड। लेट्स सी
A lot of teams run into.
Last pick.
Yeah.
What you do is
Both the
गोले में कैच हो जाएगा इसके T1 के
draft checks a lot of the boxes. You have good scaling, you have good laning stage, you have nice pairing with the one
of the carry. Find
क्या लेगा मुझे
एंटी में
game. I don't know if he will do it.
इसमें टीममेट कैसे ले लिया है तो उसमें वो वाला सपोर्ट एक ही है क्या ऑरेकल
in Ame's traditional hero pool.
यहाँ सपोर्ट
100%. I think the AM is
ये भी
also
सपोर्ट ही खेलेगा मिड नहीं खेलेगा
so it's not
एल्केमिस्ट सपोर्ट हो
I feel like picking the best hero to enable the sniper here. I mean, I understand why they did it,
एकदम
but
तगड़ा ही
I'm not
है
sure.
एंटी में
I
खा
feel
जाएगा
like this is
टेरर
going to
पे
give
safer than a lot of the ones that
right.
CB can end up
ये पता है कौन है ये सटेनिक है ये बंदा ये है सटेनिक एंटी में खेला सटेनिक बंदा बहुत बच्चा है अभी ये खेलना चालू किया है 5-6 साल पहले और प्रोस की वहां छोड़ दी भाई मतलब आते ही गेम खत्म ऐसे कर दिया है पांच फाइनल खेल रहा है टूटा का सोचो बंदा 16 साल का ही है बंदा
of the healing coming out, but this is not an easy lane for Satanic.
18
Yeah, I agree. I think that the key thing again is going to be this offlane, you know, Xingqiu and XXS, if they can actually create enough pressure, because the main space makers is going to be the sniper. If he actually gets a good lane, he'll be able to stabilize the game, even though the sniper and Terrorblade is
रोल
so
खाएगा
weak.
नहीं तो क्या खाएगा
I will say
तो एक रोटी खा पाओ एक रोटी खाएगा
you always have to respect the XM sniper.
एक और ऐड कर दो
Players, they can
एक और ऐड कर दो एक
where he's actually making space in the early game. He's actually having the impact that like a spirit type hero would, just because he's so good at this hero.
हां बस
Do you know who they were chanting for, by the way? This crowd?
18 रोटी 18
XM.
They're actually cheering for Extreme. I mean, yes, Extreme Gaming, you are right about that. But also their coach, Zhao8, who is now on stage to give us some words about the draft in the game.
Absolutely, my friends, I am here with Zhao8. Mr. Director.
382 867
In a beautiful masterpiece, there is always adversity before the good guys end up winning.
382 867 हो गया
Villains for this tournament. Tell me, how do you feel about this draft? How
वो देख लें हाईलाइट हाईलाइट देख लेते हैं खत्म
Snap.
Means the save.
Knocked back by the God's Rebuke will not be playmakers in this meta. Hoodwink and the snap. Knocked back by the God's Rebuke will not be able to get a stun off. A second kill for Extreme in this late phase as they are up now 1,000
Epic Grand
This
Finals
is such a strong duo. They want to use the early spell power to build momentum. Burn charge is already online for Xingqiu. Super strong right now.
सच में हाँ मार दे
Lots of damage. Xingqiu stepping a bit too far forward, trying
नहीं,
to
नहीं,
pressure
बच
Skeeter,
गया।
takes a lot of damage.
उसकी कैसे इतनी लो हो गई है
They couldn't go for the kill. Well, Amar goes down. They trade out cores. Xnova, can he beat down Sneaky? One more hit, he's got it. A 2-for-1 special, and the action returns at the top lane, as this time it's Crit who puts his life in danger and does not manage to get out of it.
Nice enchant for the dispel.
क्या पता क्या खाता रहता है टूटना खाना
And of course, anybody who shows up in the top lane is going to die. It's just a matter of time. And Crit's not dead yet. And now with the Ember Spirit here, looks like the Mars in big trouble, and Xingqiu is not able to chase after Crit. It's going to be XXS to fall instead as Falcons bring 4 up the top. They do not want to be losing these early towers.
That was a big committal. And use it defensively. If you want me to continue playing,
आधे हीरो तो पता नहीं चले इतने ऐसे कैसे स्किन चाहिए
the Queen can counterplay that a little bit.
Crit playing games with XXS and Xingqiu once again, but this time around Extreme bring a whole lot more heroes to the mix.
Maury just playing with him mid, looking for that 12-minute power rune.
XM challenges him again. The stomp, it lands. Good bushwhack, the turnaround, and there's the Sonic Wave, but it wasn't even required. Xingqiu had it well in hand. That bushwhack combined with the sharpshooter.
They're just resilient around the map. They rarely give up really bad core deaths. I mean, the games that are spiraling are going to spiral for anybody, but I feel like they just don't feed in poor places. It's usually getting lanes super deep. Xnova, he's...
Oh, okay, the Croaker. Yeah, Snaking had that well in control. There was no problem there whatsoever.
That's that Mage Slayer online for the Ember, so time to get aggressive. Follow Maureen, let him bring these supports back into the game in a really nice position. Look,
Maureen does find another one. Slight chains, kisses. And XXS is biding his time, waiting for Malrine to show, but kisses give too much information. They have to back away.
Blinks are also online for Falcons. Mango Blink, Sven Blink, Instant Smoke. Falcons are going to look to do what SG just wanted to.
XXS is thinking about striking first, though, and he managed to get the pin. No Yules required. They just blew him up, and the Rolling Thunder will come too late to save the Ember Spirit. But maybe Skeeter, you can see it. He's
अबे बाप रे बाप, ऐसी तैसी कर दी उसने. ले, अब इनकी मरने की बात. Oh shit. No, not bad. भाई साहब, अरसा ने ऐसी तैसी कर दी.
Beautiful patience from Ame on the side of the fight. He waits for the Sven jump, jumps in with hope. No chance to
अरे बैटल फ्यूरी बन गई ना.
Super pivotal at locking down.
बैटल फ्यूरी में W लगा के 3-4 पंच मार दो ना, 1 सेकंड में 3-4 पंच मार देता है.
Doesn't want to go in blind. Now spot snaking.
और बैट अरे हमारे के बहुत बुरा मौत मारे.
See if they can blow him up with a break. It'll make it a little bit easier. But the heals, man, they can't even burst him down. They just use so many spells.
On the spot ही मार देनी थी वो.
They will bang out a good stop though, and a pin off of it. They're gonna jump in.
मर गया. मिड मर वाला मर गया बस. पीछे जाएंगे अब लोग. इसको बचा ले बस.
He's got the Yules to defend. XXS trying to stop these kisses. A blink away. And he does manage to prevent any losses there. Falcons, they'll retreat as four. And Extreme now own the Tormentor, who's currently XM, just about to finish up BKB.
Extreme. ठीक रख रहे हैं.
Aggressive play. He got a Yules off though on the Sven. That delay will not be enough. Too much burst damage coming in from the side. Oh! If they're on a splitter, stop Skeeter. Does Extreme realize this? They certainly do.
मर जाएगा. बहुत बुरा मारे.
Skeeter, he's stuck.
आ गया ना.
Will come collect the kill that his team served up on a platter, all because of X-Nova. His far sight, he saw it coming the entire way in Earth Splitter to catch the Sven TP. This is kind of a weird positioning. We swap places, and it's going to be Extreme breaking the smoke, going into their own jungle. Wait, got the device initiation.
ओ इसको मार देंगे ना, बहुत बहुत अच्छा है. और अर्थ स्प्लिटर बहुत खतरनाक डैमेज है.
Short stop in with the boomerang. See you later. No one is.
ये हमेशा पकड़ ही रहा है भाई. एक भी मिस नहीं है.
वो जो ऐसे लगा रहा है.
They have Daedalus on
चिल वाला बंदा ये हुआ.
अरे बहुत सही. इसके पास ब्रिसल बैग जैसी पावर है, पता है? ये ढाल लगा लेता है ना अपनी, तो इसको पड़ती नहीं है फिर. ये भी इसके पास पावर है. मर गया. आ गया अर्सन.
He knows Ame has his back on that counterplay. He knows if Skeeter jumps, he will pay a big price there.
अरे बहुत फायदा है.
And they have damage for a Sven. Maybe they get the Roshan, but Falcons, I think they still want to force this fight. They're gonna try.
Oh, not bad.
Malrine, he just throws straight in. Decide the device on him. Here comes that.
चल निकल जाएगा. Oh, अर्थ स्प्लिटर आ गया ना. क्या यार, क्या डैमेज है ये. फॉल्स प्रॉमिस लग गया उस पे, पता है क्यूओपी पे. मरी नहीं क्यूओपी. ये देख, यहाँ मरने वाली थी. ये देख फॉल्स प्रॉमिस लगा दिया. जैसे ऐसा होता है, एक टीम किसी बंदे पे कूदी ना, उसको नहीं मार पाई ना, तो खत्म है दूसरी वाली टीम, क्योंकि पूरा सब कुछ लगा देते हैं. अब देखो, अब ये लोग भाग रहे हैं ना, मरेंगे.
एक स्पीड पिस्टल लगा देते हैं.
Beautiful kiting from XG. The control on the Sven, stalling up his jump to follow that Ember Spirit.
Well, he said luxury items were coming in. They're here for a couple more heroes. XM with the Shivas. The sight device on the Hoodwink, which is not required for yet another Enchantress kill. No problems killing her now. Now that Ame is playing in the front line, Skeeter's going to make his jump. Gets off the enrage on Ame. Skeeter got that much out of him. But you got that, but you still want to be able to play.
बहुत सही. Oh, gone.
Skeeter, he wanted to fight, but he didn't think it was going to
बाप
start
रे.
that way. With him dead and
अबे यही मर जाएगा. देखो 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 तो कितने लोग उसको ही मारने के लिए बता रहे हैं.
They're kiting around Ame as best as possible right now. XF, oh, Yules, he dodges out the Stormhammer, and he's going to have a blink up in a second. He still has his BKB. A nice pin from the low ground from XXS. A buyback's being used from Falcons from all these heroes, but they've got nothing for it. They killed a hoodwink at best. They took out roadkill.
ना ना हो गया अरे रोशन खत्म हो जाए तभी तो लड़ रहे हैं ताकि वापस जिंदा ना हो पाए
25 on XXS, 180 HP regen inside the arena.
गरम
What do you think can take him out of the equation right away? No, he got this. Where is he going to throw out this arena? He's waiting out the BKBs. He knows Skeeter's going to expire soon, and now he's got it. First the side, then the spear, then the damage that Ame brings to the table.
A dieback on the spin. Falcons crumbling. No answer for Ame and his jump.
XXS doing his best, even an Outworld staff there. Double daggers to slow him down. Ame still finding more. He first catches Snaking, no buybacks there. He chases after Crit. Another hero to fall on the side of Falcons. Double cookies where they can. And they're chasing after the Ember Spirit on the same side. Two supports taking out the Ember Spirit. This is going to be Megas. Try and get something out of it. Even a BKB. There goes the Rolling Thunder. There goes the Enraged with the BKB turnaround. Skeeter, he's got one, but he's pushed back in by the Sonic Wave. Into the claws of the bear. He will be pulverized. A hit in for the Rolling Thunder, but XM, he's still an Eon to be able to work with. A shot coming in. Shin Q, not even required. Ame is all the damage.
Bro खेला हो चुका है
हो गया
So that they don't have a network advantage, do you end the game?
Okay guys, stream या Valorant?
लगाते हैं
Valorant कैसे?
अरे इधर से Valorant लिख लेना
तो आ जाएगा क्या वापस कैसे मतलब जीते नहीं वो लोग लाइव कैसे आ गया वापस 0-2 ओ भाई वैसे
gives that early trade back. A one-man advantage, but look at where the remaining two are. They are sat all the way back. They've got so many angles left to clear, and the spams might just be enough.
बहुत सही.
Start already. As Chronicle goes down, Grabwell available. There it is, pulling them out of position. They need to push. They need to fight these players because that spike is already ticking all the way. Somebody needs to be on it, and now the spam going through. I don't even know if there's enough time anyway.
Nice.
They sacrifice themselves, but in a bonus round, who gives a damn?
तो अब ये Fnatic अच्छा Fnatic को मारा है इन लोगों ने बॉम्ब प्लांट वो बहुत पेशेंस से पीछे ही वेट करते रहे देखा उस बंदे ने ऊपर के एंगल से अच्छा मारा
कैसे कूदते कूदते
This is looking like a complete diff on one side, and Fnatic have got to be feeling locked out. 5 rounds in that first map, none here, and they're left to pistols.
अपन भी ऐसा करेगा
start for the attacking side.
हर बार जब भी राउंड हुआ करें गाइस हम लोग भी अब से ऐसे करें फिर विपुल
I love that post plant as well. Like you have the close contact, so that even once Fnatic have cleared those players aggressively, you have everywhere else to clear on the site. You have to go through everything. You maybe expect even there to be supporting players, but then you have the two that have the util to do the damage in the end. Sat back in main. That 1-2 punch causing the knockout of the first buy round. Now this position is cheeky. No escape for Kayak.
अबे ये स्मोक बड़ा हट कैसे गया
स्मोक डाला ही नहीं उसने
क्या आया था
ये थे ना अब से 1 सेकंड के लिए स्मोक आता है
बस इतना ही से स्मोक होता है उसका
सर लेते हैं तब स्मोक डालते तो पूरा होता है
अच्छा लेते हैं जब 1 सेकंड के लिए होता है अच्छा आया है
Oh. Alpha's the last one standing, a rifle retrieved from middle. Now brought all the way back to this B site. Aspis being cleared up top, but he's too quick. 4-0 for MIBR. Fnatic still on the starting block.
ये राउंड डिसाइड करेगा मैं
ओह नॉट बैड ये लोग भी बैठ रहे हैं यार ऐसी बात नहीं है मेरा एम ही खराब है थोड़ा सी बात एम मैं बता रहा हूँ ना एम उतना नहीं हो पाता मेरे से और मेरी पता नहीं यार मेरा बंदे पे तो एम रहता गोलियां पता नहीं कहाँ चली जाती हैं
High expectations, of course, of Toronto Grand Final. It's not like the regional performance was not off the back of a huge run at the previous international. They had the extra prep time, but
ओ भाई क्या एंगल है सही में
ये ऑफ एंगल ये कितना ऑफ एंगल है सीधा नहीं देखते ऑफ एंगल देखते हैं
for damage, but Crashes and Boasters still drawing breath. This is a huge early advantage for Fnatic. But that didn't stop them from losing rounds on bind. Sue said it, 2 out of 8 where they found the opening picks. This has to be different now.
Otherwise, we could be seeing a very quick series. It's not the expectation. Bomb will go through, but
कब तक स्मोक रहता है भाई एक्स्ट्रा का ओ बहुत सही नॉट बैड यार अच्छा फेंका
अल्फा जे
The only thing that genuinely terrifies me here is that Odin just sat in the back line with the opportunity to spam. If Verno could dodge those shots, there's a chance. Already fights the first. Aftershock goes through a second.
बाप रे बाप
To do it all with the Odin.
खेला कर दिया भाई अरे नहीं यार दूसरी वाली बंदी तुरंत मर गई भाई उसने गेम कर दिया था इन लोगों का 1 मिनट के लिए पहला राउंड फेनेटिक ये लेकिन MIBR बिल्कुल मॉन्स्टर की तरह भाई मतलब सही में अच्छा ये क्या था
स्लो अल्टी थी गैस की हां अल्टी थी सेकंड पावर ऐसा करके फेंकता है वो जिसके ऊपर लग जाए स्लो एकदम
एरिया पड़ता है ना कोई भी
That was a problem over on Blind as well. Fnatic giving a lot of individual fights, not playing together.
कुछ स्लो हो जाएगा
एकदम glimmers.
कुरकुरे उठाना कुरकुरे उठा दे तुम कुरकुरे खाने
These players trapped in a narrow alley, but they will just about make it out with all 5 players intact, and a deep push from Cortesia is spotted.
Just sitting there while the rest of the players are under attack, but he has been dealt with. And Alpha, yeah, well, he's gone completely unchecked. Not expecting the aggression to be through and on the Odin spam. Oh, it's eventually starting to fight.
LOL.
Alpha on the other side.
LOL कर दिया भाई
He's just 2 standing again and with the spike down. They have to battle
मतलब
at the flank.
उनमें चाहे जैसे जीतो बस जीतो ये है
मैं अगर मुझे ये वाली गन चलती नहीं है तो लेता है मैं वही
भी अगर उनको क्या दिक्कत है गनर
गनर एक ही बंदा लेता है जो रिवील करता है वो वाले बंदे लेते हैं
Unlike the fact that Fnatic are showing this patience, I think this was missing when it came to the previous.
Not bad यार
Shannon alone now.
एक अगर इसको अल्टी मिल गया अल्टी आ जाएगी
No chance. Best to isolate these fights, but that's the end.
और यार
Kayak the DC utility locks in a second for Fnatic to climb back. Well and truly underway. There's still plenty of time for this to spiral back into MIBR's favor.
This was a much better looking round for the side of Fnatic. He had the set play initially that although it didn't necessarily go exactly
ये क्या करना है भाई
the other players on the team
ये कैसे स्किन थे
by Alfia taking so much control.
ऐसा लग रहा है छोटे से गंदे के चल रहा है
And more importantly for me, it's Crashy's
ये देख ये वाली गन
like not only in that flank at the end,
ये गन
more importantly, making sure they didn't lose complete
control. ये मेरे को पता है लेकिन वो ऐसा छोटे से नहीं लग रही थी
MIBR ults online. Looking at Artson in particular. Swings up the play towards the A site. You can get rid of those trips, and that's exactly what MIBR are going for. The blitz into heaven, and it's Boaster under pressure. He'll deliver them. He finds himself one, backs off. The problem is the player is right back into the fight. Those trips are being destroyed towards the site itself. The plant should be found for free. 5 versus 4 with damage done to Boaster.
Oh my god, timing है.
The fact is though, MIBR's post plant so far has been fearsome. I'm already looking back at Inferno finding out that there's 3
तीन
players
छपरेस पूरा स्लो डाउन
in that defender position, the close crossfire into mid as well. There's the dash through and the information, but Artson just ignores it. That one was free, and he goes for a little more.
कौन है
A 3-for-1
Arjun.
combo deal. With Chronicle nowhere near the action, he revealed them initially, and then he puts them in the grave.
Very well played. Target selection as well. Kayak going in there.
Saving,
a lot of players
saving,
will swing
critical.
wide, looking to take down that close player, but you got to be ready for the waylay. We know how this plays. Go in, find info, get out. Unfortunately, by the time that refractor was finished, he had no teammates to push with. Really well handled. Look at this. Doesn't even look at the reveal to start with. Full confidence in that swing.
स्लो होने से पहले एक सेकंड था उसके बाद
Really good target selection. I feel like it's a very underrated skill
Arjun.
of just, sure, you might be able to hit the headshot, but are you picking the player that's the biggest threat? And I think that's what Artson did perfectly in that moment. A couple of rounds on the board for Fnatic. It might have been enough in their last series, but it's a very different looking opposition against them. They're getting aggressive once again.
Can't stick around too long in the Cloudburst fight. Just enough time for Aspis.
स्मोक ने बता दिया जेट के
And he can avoid the reveal that was thrown through as well. It's very nicely played. Good reaction from the attacking side. And again, this default that they're playing, they have taken a lot of space towards the B site. You look at Artson, and a lot of teams will already be looking to capitalize on that space. But the spike has been left for 30 seconds or so.
पोस्टर को पता है कि बी पे कोई तो है
Realizing we've lost B, where do we push? Where do we try to take that space back? And in fact, they're comfortable just completely conceding it.
Yeah, well, they're jump spotting, but do they realize how far Artson has got? I'm not sure they do. It's a check. This will be the big final round.
miss
Boast has already managed to win it. Even still, the site has been completely cleared by Artson, so he got them the information. I'm looking at that convergence path, though. Immediately thrown through, but 3 players have dodged it. This is already...
Massive connection. The trenches dug now for MIBR. Can rain down from as they look to close in the space. They're being picked apart. The Cosmic Divide may have saved Moster. In fact, it only bought in time. Aspis there for the double. And with Alpha all alone, the save can be called into play, but he's going for it. He's being baited out and eventually...
भाई वो क्या कर रहा है but no
MIBR
Shova
looking clean as Fnatic stutter on their way through. It's a 6-2 score.
Hey, Verno, this is the champion stage, not your rank game. So Bro's just dipping in and out. It's the Cosmic Divide, just full troll at the end.
Still there?
Still there? Look at me.
Still there?
Oh, this is just funny. But yeah, again, you see those advantages picked up. Nice, let's go! But in those
Nice, let's go.
MIBR have been devastating. Their synergy, like we mentioned, this team is like a lot of youngsters, a lot of inexperienced players, an IGL of 19 years old, but you look at this squad and how they play together, wouldn't be able to tell. Like we from them, the veterans of Fnatic, who the player that they sort of picked up was the best from Ascension, and then of course there and done that over in Americas. This is dire straits. A pause called from Fnatic, and well, it's safe to say that this one needs to have impact, otherwise I think MIBR might be making it to playoffs today.
It's looking likely, and in a 2-0 fashion as well.
Yeah.
That's the course that we are on. As I said, you really can't count them out, discount their success. They do it twice, that can be one team on a bad day, and it's not likely to be 2. You start to think MIBR may be a contender for the crown, a team that recently put up their first win on the global stage. They've obviously got a taste for it now.
I've seen Nats do it. That means anyone can do it. Stick around. In a round like this, you understand. Hayek though again. It's been missing a scene. It's that space taking.
खाना खा लेते हैं